This is Year 3 and 4, Time, Day 3. The objectives for today's session are: I can work out elapsed time to the nearest half an hour. I can also work out elapsed time to the nearest 5 minutes. I can even work out elapsed time to the nearest minute. Some vocabulary for today: elapsed time. This is the time between two times, like between a start and a finish time. This is what I mean. So we have two times here, 8 a.m. in the morning and 11:30 a.m. We're going to work out the time between these two times, so the elapsed time. I'm going to show you how to do it first. I would choose to do it on a number line. I draw that first. I put the first time at the end, 8 o'clock, and 11:30 at the other side. I'm then going to count on my number line to work out the time. I might jump 2 hours, which gets me to 10 o'clock. I then might jump on another hour, which gets me to 11 o'clock. And then I could jump on 30 minutes, which will get me to 11:30. I then add up the time I have, so 2 hours plus 1 hour plus 30 minutes, leaving me with 3 hours and 30 minutes of elapsed time. Let's try this one. You're going from 7 a.m. in the morning to 2:30 in the afternoon. What is the elapsed time? Take a pause in the video to work it out first. So first I draw a line. I'd put the two numbers on my number line. I'd look for my first jump. Now I'm going to jump 5 hours, and this will get me to midday. And I'm going to jump another 2 hours, and this gets me to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then jump on another 30 minutes. So in total, I've got 7 hours and 30 minutes of elapsed time. Let's look at this one. I've got 11:30 a.m. in the morning and 10 p.m. at night. What is the elapsed time? Take a pause in the video and have a go first. So firstly I draw my line. I then add on my 2 times. I start to make my jumps. 11:30 at 30 minutes gets me to 12 o'clock. I then add 10 hours, I get to 10 o'clock. Therefore my total elapsed time is 10 hours and 30 minutes. What's the elapsed time here? I've got 4:25 in the morning and 11:30 in the morning. Take a pause in the video and have a quick go. First I draw my number line, put my 2 times on. I'm going to jump for 5 minutes first, and that gets me to 4:30. I can then jump on 7 hours, that gets me to 11:30. You can obviously do smaller steps if you need to. I'm just counting on. So 7 hours plus 5 hours is 7 hours and 5 minutes. Let's try this one. 10:35 in the morning and 5:50 in the evening. What is the elapsed time? Take a pause in the video. I draw my blank number line, put the 2 values on. My first jump, I'm going to jump 15 minutes, and this gets me to 10:50. And I'm going to jump on 7 hours, and this gets me to 5:50. So in total, 7 hours and 15 minutes. Another time here, 8:45 a.m. to 11:20 p.m. What is the elapsed time? Take a pause in the video and have a go. I start with my blank number line, put my two values on. My first jump, I'm going to get 15 minutes, which will take me to 9 o'clock. And then I'm going to jump on 14 hours, and this gets me to 11 o'clock. I'm going to add on 20 minutes, which gets me to 11:20. So all in all, I've got 14 hours and 35 minutes of elapsed time. Let's try this one. 6:37 a.m. to 9:24 p.m. Take a pause in the video and have a go. I draw my blank number line, put my two figures on. Now, because we're working to the nearest minute here, my first jump is only 3 minutes. That gets me to the nearest whole number of 6:40. And then I'm going to add on 20 minutes. That then gets me to the nearest hour, which is 7 o'clock. And I'm going to do a big jump of 14 hours, and this gets me to 9 o'clock. And then I'll add on the 24 minutes afterwards. Adding those all up together, I get 14 hours and 47 minutes. Another to the nearest minute one now. 5:27 a.m. to 6:52 p.m. What is the elapsed time? Take a pause in the video and have a go. There's my number line, my two numbers on, and again, I've added on 3 minutes first of all to get me to 5:30. I then added on 22 minutes as this gets me to 5:52. I can then add on 13 hours, this gets me to 6:52. Adding those all up together, I get 13 hours and 25 minutes. How about this one? 10:24 p.m. to 4:38 a.m. What is the elapsed time? Have a go. Take a pause in the video. My number line, my two numbers, my first jump. My first jump is 6 minutes and that gets me to 10:30. Now remembering we're going overnight, so it goes up to 12 and then back down to 1 again. So I'm going to add 8 minutes, which gets me to 10:38. Then add on 6 hours, because 10:38, 11:38, 12:38, 1:38, 2:38, 3:38 and 4:38. That's 6 hours. Adding all up together, I get 6 hours and 14 minutes. Now have a go at the worksheets for today.